Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Equity Guys post-market video. My name is Chirag, and I am certified technical analyst. And let's get into the post-market video. So in the post-market video here, we see that near this 2620 levels, we are definitely seeing a double top being formed here, in which we saw a huge rejection from there, and then we also closed as a day low, ending at 25,860 levels. So definitely, like we discussed yesterday, on that steady downtrend where it did break this low here and it went down of more and more. Looking at the 15-minute time frame right over here, we do see that the 15-minute candle high was broken at first, in which there was a retest towards the middle, and then there was a move back up to the top again. But as soon as the 15-minute candle low was broken, you definitely did see a sharp sell-off down there. Again, looking at the trend on the daily time frame and the monthly time frame and the weekly time frame, we do see that we have definitely confirmed that top here, and on that daily time frame we are definitely moving on the downside. Looking at the fib levels, again like we did yesterday, 25,518 is probably where we can expect the retracement to go, and when the markets will reach that oversold levels over there. So till then, we definitely do see the daily and the weekly, forming a lower candle here, but the monthly is still looking pretty strong, just a little bit lower than what it was because of the downtrend. But if we can close a strong monthly candle here, then definitely, especially if the monthly candle is green, we can definitely expect a huge push up next month here. So looking at any key levels, we definitely did see that the 1 hour area, we did see this support here, this trend line, you could say, that can be drawn here, right? This was definitely something that was broken and it moved on the downside. This can also be replicated on the 4 hour time frame, where we definitely see this sort of trend line here being broken down here. So this is definitely a break of the trend line. So those key regions are definitely being put, those are being broken, and definitely we are seeing a move on the downside. We also see an inverted hammer on this 4 hour time frame, in which again we started moving down from there. So like we went over yesterday, that is also a big possibility. Now moving over to the option chain, we see definitely went in extremely bearish. We see buying in on the puts, especially in the money puts, which is on the bottom right corner, and the rest of the chart is seeing a lot of selling. So definitely bearish momentum being played here. And if you go ahead and look at the newer expiry, we also see the same trend here. We also see that the puts are being bought heavily here, and the other sections are also seeing a lot of selling. So definitely bearish movement in the option chain too. Now keeping this in mind, to where Nifty closed also, 25,900 seems to be the next level of resistance, where the market can come up and then take a turn down from there. So 25,900 is a good levels to probably keep marked tomorrow. Now, keeping this in mind, guys, we are moving over to the global indices. But before we move on to the global indices, if you guys want to get trained in the stock market, the Indian stock market, you can definitely go ahead and contact Equity Guys. Our batches are being open now, so that will definitely, if you guys want to learn how to have in-depth analysis of the market and learn how to trade, it is definitely a good go. But moving on to the video, major global indices, we do see that Dow Jones is closed positive, S&P closed positive, and Nasdaq also closed extremely positive, almost 3% positive. So extremely good levels here. Moving over to the European markets still up and running, extremely positive on all fronts here, especially with CAC and DAX here doing extremely well there. Moving over to the Asian markets, Nikkei closed pretty neutral, Kospi closed 0.3% higher, and Hang Seng 0.69% higher. So definitely could be a gap up tomorrow, although the gap up might not be a lot because the Indian markets are in a downtrend. You can see a possible gap up, and then the gap might be filled later on after that. Finally, moving on to the futures option, we do see that futures are running pretty neutral except for US Tech 100. The US market should open in about another hour. So after that, we can definitely see how the US futures closes, and then we can take a proper call based on that. But as of right now, we are looking at a slight gap up in the market, and that can be a good positive momentum that can be bought into Nifty tomorrow. But unfortunately for us being on the downtrend, that is something where we might fill those gaps very easily. But overall, guys, make sure you guys are trading the setup and not the view, or not the post market view either. And make sure you guys are, not trading your emotions. You guys are trading, the setup and whatever is on the screen. Again, guys, if you guys would like, if you are interested in getting trained in the Indian stock market, please do contact Equity Guys, as the new batches are open. Thank you so much for tuning into the pre-market video, and see you guys tomorrow.